Alright, what's up traders? So in today's market update, we're gonna of course take a look at Bitcoin because it's looking extremely bullish still. But we're also going to take a look at a couple of altcoins, and we're gonna dive down into the Forex market and take a look at a couple of FX pairs. Alright, so let's go. Let's just jump right into the charts. Alright, so here's BTC on Binance on the 4-hour chart. So honestly, we're just gonna, this is just gonna be a quick update from yesterday's market update on regarding Bitcoin, because I think it's quite simple here, right? We are once again, we had this perfect retest of the 9,440 level, which we called perfectly in the Bird Nest. If you're not a member of the Bird Nest, definitely check it out. Go to thebirdnest.com and make sure to join our Discord. We have the I have the link in the description below. And before I continue, I want to give a huge shout out and a big thank you to Prime XPT for helping me out on this channel and sponsoring me. Prime XPT is where I make all my Forex pairs trades, Forex Market trades. If you're a crypto trader and you want to expand your horizons, if you're interested in trying out the Forex market using your BTC as collateral, definitely check out Prime XPT. You can use the link in the description below, and if you use that link, you will get a reduction in fees. And if you use the promo code LIBS42 bonus, you will also get a 50% bonus, a 50% increase on your first deposit. Alright, so let's continue with Bitcoin here. We have a very clear 4-hour uptrend for Bitcoin here. It's moving exactly as expected, but we have now ran into resistance up around this gray box. Now this gray box, if you remember from yesterday's webinar, yesterday's market update, this was the area that, you know, when we broke down, we had this powerful move down, which created this 4-hour range that we broke out of a couple of days ago, right? So very important area to reclaim. If we reclaim that area, I definitely think we're going to test 10K. We have this trend line going here. Not really, I mean, it's obviously a very important trend line. We're probably going to run into resistance here, but I do anticipate a move like this, right? If we reclaim this area, I'm looking for a long and rounded retest. We could also get a pump like this, right? Just straight up to the trend line, come down for a rounded retest, and continue up to the 10K area. So that's what I'm watching on Bitcoin. It's looking very, very good. And as long as we stay above the area between, I'd say, as long as we stay above 9,500, I'm still bullish on Bitcoin. As long as when we break the area, when we break below the 9,500 area, let's say 9,450 to 9,500, break below that area, and I will start to become a little bit worried that this move might be a, you know, we might have a short-term reversal in play. And if that happens, we're gonna take a look at the daily range. If that happens, if we get a retrace from this move, which is very, very likely, because when you get a move like this, you usually retrace, and the area that I would be watching is the 618, the RLC area, which is going to be right here, right? So that's going to be right in perfect confluence with the daily range EQ. Now that's a very nice confluence, right? So what I would be looking for is a daily rounded retest of the range EQ area that would actually line up for a pretty nice long, and that long would most likely look something like this with a stop below, you know, entry on rounded retest of the range EQ confluent with the 618. Stop loss below that low, something like that. I would then probably like maybe take some off here at 1.5 R around that area. Take some off that, pay yourself, right? And the target I would be looking at is range high, which is a 2.7 R trade. So that's what I'm looking at Bitcoin. I'm gonna continue giving you guys these updates on Bitcoin, obviously, as often as I can, hopefully on a daily basis. But you know, sometimes I can't really make a video. Like tomorrow, I'm not going to be able to do an update for you guys, but instead I will do a video where I take a look at the Burbnest market scanner. I use the market scanner daily, so every day I go to the Burbnest Discord. I use the market scanner to find good setups on alt. I will show you guys how I actually do the process, and I will show you if I can find any interesting altcoin setups tomorrow. And those altcoin setups will obviously be shared in the Burbnest Discord, so definitely join the Discord if you haven't already. Check out the burbnest.com. Alright, so let's move on to the BTC Dominance Chart. So always in these markets update, I take a look at the BTC Dominance Chart, and yeah, the BTC Dominance Chart is bearish. Now that's all I need to know, really. It's falling, and that means that alts are interesting. That's basically what it means, right? So that's what I'm looking at. We're going to take a look at this list that I've got here. We're going to start off by taking a look at Atom BTC. Now, we're going to start off by taking a look at daily here. And I've got some fib levels drawn out here by using this low to this high of this latest impulsive daily move. We got some interesting retracement levels right here. The most interesting level, obviously, if you ignore the moving averages. So first of all, let's just ignore the moving averages. And you will see that you have a very beautiful daily W, a daily double bottom with the neckline of the W comes in around the RLC. Well, basically right in the middle of the RLC. So that's a very, very nice confluence, right? So if we can get a full retrace from Atom down to the breakout level, we're going to get a very nice daily rounded retest of the 618 or the RLC area. If you're not familiar with the RLC, check out the video in the Learn Technical Analysis series playlist. You can find that on my YouTube, and I will probably link give you guys a link to that video somewhere, probably up in the corner, somewhere up there. All right, so that's a very nice and interesting area. Now let's add the moving averages on daily. Now this is where it becomes interesting. We have the yellow daily 21 EMA in confluence with the 0.382 Fibonacci level right in there, and we're kind of bouncing off that area right now. So if we can actually get a nice bounce off here, I do think we got a move up to the 0.236 level. But really, I'm looking for a bigger retrace on this. And if you look at these three moving averages right here, you get the white 200 simple, the purple 200 EMA, and the green 55 EMA. They're kind of right in the middle of the 50% level and this 618 Fibonacci level. So this whole area is a potential bounce area, right? So what I mean by that is when price comes down here, and you might want to zoom down into the 4-hour time frame, right? And you want to look for, you know, maybe bullish engulfing on the 4-hour or the hourly. I like to use, when it comes to crypto, I like to use the 4-hour because crypto moves quicker. In Forex, I like to use the hourly to find bullish engulfing. But on crypto, I definitely like to use the 4-hour as confirmation, like a 4-hour bullish engulfing or something like that. Either a 4-hour bullish engulfing or a break in market structure around the bottom, something like that on the 4-hour, on any of these levels, right? On any of these daily moving averages, the 200 simple, the 200 EMA, or the 55 EMA, or the 21 EMA. But really, I think this retracement is too little. If price comes down here, this is where we really look for a nice reversal. And if these moving averages are in the same same area as they are now, when we get this retest, they're probably not that when we get the retest, but just, you know, for an example here, I will use these areas as potential first trouble areas, right? All right, so let's take a look at Algo. Now this is actually looking quite similar. The interesting thing here about Algo is that we had this beautiful retest here before this big move. Now this area right here is now confluent with the middle of the RLC. So if you change this fib template to this one, you will see that you have the support area right in the middle of the RLC. This is definitely a very interesting area because you got the 200 EMA on a daily confluent with the 618. You got the 55 EMA and the 200 simple right in the middle of the RLC. Right in the middle of this, you also have the support which you bounce off. So this area right here for Algo, very interested in a potential entry here if you see a bounce and a bullish market structure on the lower time frames. WTC, this is a trade that we got activated in the Burbness. We almost hit TP2 for WTC. We are still bullish. We're still in a daily uptrend, and we are still holding the 200 EMA. So this is looking good. I would just stay in this until we get a break in market structure. And a break in market structure would mean instead of getting higher highs and higher lows, you're getting lower lows and lower highs. BRD BTC. Now I've covered this a couple of times in my market updates, and this is just beautiful, right? The 21 EMA is crossing the 55 EMA to the upside for the first time in a very long time, right? And you're now getting a move up to the first take profit area. Now, if you enter this one, congratulations. This is obviously a very nice trade, right? Now let's see what's going to happen here, right? I might be interested in a potential retrace of this move right here, and if we get a retrace, I would look at the, basically the entry area for this one right here. But overall, I think this is looking very, very good. ONT BTC, so this is ontology versus Bitcoin, and we have an interesting support area here. This should be green. We have a very interesting support area right here, this green box zone around 722 sats. It's also compliant with the 0.382 Fibonacci level. Another area I'm watching is obviously the 618 right here, down inside the RLC right here. We have no compliance with any moving averages, but I do like this uptrend on ontology on the daily is just very, very strong, right? You have this low, right? So you got this low, you got the high here, low, high, low. It's just a very clear uptrend here for ontology. So, and you also have this support area compliant with the daily 21 EMA. You get the 200 simple down here, 200 EMA, sorry, and the 0.382 Fibonacci retracement area. So I think this area is just, very, very good area for a possible long, right, on a bounce. What I would be looking for here is probably, I would probably want to see a touch of the 200 EMA right here. Obviously, we already had a pretty nice touch of the 200 EMA, so this one would be the second retest, and so that's problematic, obviously. But I would like to see price bounce inside this area, and I would like to see bullish market structure on the 4 hours. So maybe a bullish engulfing on the 4 hours, something like that. Not really sure about this one right now, but gotta let price develop. If we get clear market structure, I might enter along on this one because this area is so nice, and it's following the uptrend on the daily with a bounce down here. BNB BTC, now this is looking very nice. We have this level marked out as a support area, the 1900, 500, 1900? 19,573 area is compliant with the 200 EMA and the 200 simple. It's also the breakout area here on the daily. How's the 4 hour looking? So this area is, in my opinion, this could be a very interesting entry area right here. Problem is, and there's probably going to be a problem on the hourly, I think. Looking on the hourly, well, yeah, you never really had a rounded retest of that area. I do think I like this area for a potential retrace. You have the 200 EMA and the 200 simple down here. The stop loss obviously needs to be below that, but honestly, I think this one is ready to run up to this area for a good 20 something % move. So I would be watching this one for a retrace bit down and retest the area around the 200 EMA and the 200 simple. Alright, so that's a couple of altcoins for you guys and a Bitcoin update. Now let's head over to the Forex market, and we're going to start off by taking a look at the Euro USD pair. Now this is a setup that I've talked about on Twitter, and I've shared it in the Birdnest Discord. We have a specific channel for Forex trading, right? So if you're interested in trading the crypto market and the legacy market, the Birdnest is really the place for you, because we have a huge team of 14 members, and we have 4 dedicated technical analysts, which I am one of them, and we trade the legacy markets, we trade crypto, we trade alts, we trade Bitcoin, we trade everything, right? Everything that you can trade, you could be sure that we are trading it, and we are doing this daily. We got, optimized legacy market scanners that are scanning the market. We got algos and bots that are punching out daily signals and calls for the legacy market. So whatever your market you're trading, you can be sure that there's something in there for you, right? And this setup I shared in the Forex channel, and this is looking very, very nice now. So I'm gonna break it down quickly. We got the weekly time frame right here. Gonna remove the moving averages right here, and as you can see here, I've measured this whole move from this high to this low, and that brings the 50% level right here. And I've written on Twitter and in the Discord that if we reclaim this 50% level, it's probably going to act as strong resistance, but if we reclaim that area, I'm going to be looking for a long and a retrace and a retest, long and a retest, and I'm going to look for a move up to the 618. Now the 618, as you can see here, is the RLC, right? So it's the short RLC of this whole move. So I do expect a reaction of the short RLC for Euro USD, so that's why I'm going to take profits at that area. Now this is a nice 4.73 R trade, so very nice, and it's moving very nicely. Now we are soon at 11 R, and when that happens, I'm not going to do any changes to this setup right now. I will wait until Monday, and depending on the Monday's price action, I mean, if we get a bounce there, that would be absolutely beautiful. And if that happens, I will move my stop to entry and probably take 50% profit for a free trade. Looking good. Australian dollar versus the Canadian dollar. So this is actually very, very nice. I might actually, enter this one, because you see I got a lot of fibs on here. A lot of fibs on here. A lot of fibs. A lot of fibs. A lot of fibs. So I've got three different fibs. One from this low to this high. That's the yellow one. I got another one from this low to this high. That's the less gray one, and well, it's a gray one. And the white one I've got from this one to this one. Not sure why. Let's remove that one. I don't need it. I was using that one for TP targets. So we got some nice fib confluences here, right? We got the RLC right here of the gray ones. We can actually make that one like this. We got the RLC right here, and the RLC is also confluent with the 382 Fibonacci level. So we got some nice confluent in there. Let's add some moving averages. Also you can see that we reclaim the 50 and the 55 EMA. On the 4 hour, on the daily, we have nothing, but this is actually looking quite nice, right? And I would be like, we got the 4 hour, and we have a 4 hour 4 hour engulfing here, but because we actually bounced off the RLC of this move, I would be looking for a move up to the 618 of the short RLC, and that would look something like this, right? So I'm looking for a move up into this region. Now let's make a setup on this, and we will see if it's actually worth taking a position on this. Is it? Let's see. We got the stop down here. Take profit is actually around 1.85 on this one. Let's move to the hourly. Can you have a tighter stop on this one? Yeah, I think you actually, you absolutely can. I would actually be looking for you could probably move your stop up below this wick area here, which would bring this setup up to 2.75, which is acceptable, right? So I do like that. That's a very interesting setup for sure. Not sure if I will enter this right away because the markets are closing. It's Friday. I will most likely have to wait till Monday, but I do really like this one. God damn, I'm not sure what to do here. Euro JPY. What's happening here, guys? What's happening here? Daily. All right, so as you can see here, we're getting a retrace. We also have some fib confluences here, right? So I've marked out this whole weekly fib level using this high up here to this low here. Now that's the white Fibonacci levels, right? And these less visible gray Fibonacci levels are found by using this low to this high of the latest daily up move, right? Now, as you can see, go down into the 4 hour. What do we have in the 4 hour here? Well, we have a very nice, looking at the hourly here, we obviously have a break in market structure here. We had a clear break, clear downtrend here, right? And we broke that now. Obviously, this isn't really perfect trend line, but that's not really what I'm looking for. I'm just trying to illustrate this here. So we broke above this downtrend, and we got this area confluent with the 382 and the 236 of the both these levels, right? And we get a 4 hour bullish engulfing in the making here, but I mean, it's not really sure about this one. Looking at the daily, I do really like the fact that we have, a rounded retest of this area, but yeah, it's just not super obvious. So I'm just gonna, I like it. There might be a setup here, but it's Friday, the markets are closing soon. I'm just gonna have to wait till Monday. But this is definitely something I'm watching over the weekend, or not over the weekend, but I'm watching this now, and I'm gonna watch it closer on Monday. All right, so GBP JPY, this is also very interesting. So we got the 4 hour here, right? Let's mark out the RLC for just the fibs here on this latest move. As you can see, we touch the 618 perfectly earlier today, and we had a pretty nice bullish engulfing on the hourly here. So I would love to actually have gotten in on this close right here with a stop below that one. That obviously didn't happen, so I'm looking for a potential new new entry on this one, and we are actually closing above the 55 and the 50 EMA on the 4 hours. So again, it's just too late to actually enter a position right now, so I'm not gonna enter anything, but this is definitely something I'm watching, because you got this green box right here is the breakout level, and we're now retesting that breakout level beautifully. So yeah, this is looking good for next week. And I'm obviously got way more stuff to look at, especially in the Forex market, and we're gonna do a live stream on Sunday. So check out my YouTube channel for that link to the live stream, and also I will post it on Twitter for you guys to check it out. We will scan the markets live. We will take a look at whatever you guys want to take a look at. So definitely join me on Sunday if that sounds interesting. All right, guys, thanks for joining the daily market update, and I will see you guys probably maybe tomorrow. Take care, guys.